I'm very conservative, though.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday, August 5th meeting of the Collegedale City Commission. Hard to believe we've already moved into the month of August, but got a lot to talk about this evening. I want to thank everyone for being here, and I've asked Commissioner Sattler to lead us in the pledge and invocation.
If everyone will join me in a moment of silence, please. And then if you would stand with us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay. Here.
Commissioner Sadler,
Here.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Here.
Mayor Lloyd.
Here. And I believe we've all had a chance to look over the July 15th commission meeting minutes. Any changes, deletions to those? Okay, do we have a motion for approval of those minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion for approval and second, and roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yay.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd.
Yay. And next, our July 29th, 2024 commission workshop meeting minutes. Any changes, corrections, deletions that any of the commissioners have seen? If not, do we have a motion for approval?
I move the motion.
Okay, motion for approval, and I will second, and roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yay.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd.
Yay. And next, we open the floor up to comments from citizens. If there are any citizens here this evening that would like to address the commission, we ask that you step up to the microphone, give us your name and your address, please. Okay, if there are none noted, then we will move to unfinished business. Item on the agenda this evening is second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1147. Could you read the caption, please?
An ordinance to amend the official zoning map to rezone certain properties from C2 Shopping Center Commercial to MUTC Mixed Use Town Center, more particularly described as Hamilton County Tax Map 131, parcel 096.14, said property being located within the corporate limits of Collegedale, Tennessee.
Okay, we will close our commission meeting and we will open our public hearing. Are there any citizens here this evening that have any items to address with the commission on this in this public hearing? Okay, if there are none so noted, I will close the public hearing and reopen the commission meeting. and open it up to our commissioners.
Was there any slides or show that you're going on this?
Yeah, there is a presentation on the 15th.
Okay.
I can always go through it.
No, that's all right. I just want to make sure.
Other comments from the commission?
Can we tell the audience what this is for? Maybe?
Yes, this is rezoning from C2 to mixed-use town center. It's on Little Debbie Parkway, adjacent to the existing strip center. The applicant is here, so I don't want to speak into too many details on who the prospective tenants are. I'm not certain, but I want to say it's 4 units, just under 10,000 square feet. Is that that's correct?
With the addition of parking.
Yes, the parking addition.
That's good.
Okay, any other questions? Do we have?
I move that we accept the change in zoning.
Second.
Okay. Motion for approval in a second, and roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd.
Yay. And next, under new business, approval request for Imagination Station Playground remodel.
So, yes, this is the remodel that we talked about at workshop. The total number came in at $308,109.65. And that was included in your packet. The consensus was for bright colors from the commission, so we'll inform them of that when we place the order.
I'd make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion for approval in a second, and roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yes.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson,
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd.
Yay. And the second item under new business is approval request for MOU with Youth Villages Incorporated. And Chief, come speak with us.
Yes, good afternoon. Youth Village Incorporated is contracted with the state of Tennessee to provide mental health crisis response referral services for juveniles in crisis in our geographic area, in our area. They reached out to us a while back and requested an MOU agreement be signed between our agencies and theirs in order to provide those services. And it was sent to the city attorney, and he reviewed and approved after some changes, which they agreed to. So just need your permission to sign that agreement.
How much is the contract?
There's no contract with us directly. It's through the state of Tennessee. They just provide the services in our area.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with them.
Do we call them when there's a crisis or?
Yes. We would just, if it's a juvenile, we know it's a juvenile, then we'll contact them if we need them for crisis services or referrals.
I think that's a very good program to have.
It
Yeah,
is a
and-
good program. Have you used them yet?
Not to my knowledge, no. Not in any juvenile situations recently.
I've worked with them before. I'm very familiar with them.
I'll move to approve.
Yeah, and I'll second that. And roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker,
Yay.
Commissioner Lamb,
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler,
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson.
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. And next item is request for reports from city administration.
So the only thing I have to mention tonight is I want to send out our condolences to the Farrow family. Our previous city engineer, Joe Farrow, passed away a couple of days ago. And so our thoughts and prayers are with the family as they go through this time of mourning.
Joe had been with us for many, many years.
Yes,
Good man.
that's all.
Okay. And then reports from the commission.
I had a citizen that wanted me to inquire about the intersection of, I guess it's Appison Pike and Old Appison Pike, or is it Appison Pike University, right there where the red light is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Appasapacan University.
Is it University? Okay.
Where?
They are annoyed, I guess, and I can sympathize with them that it's, I guess, a timed light instead of a censored light. Do we have any kind of input on that situation?
So
I misspoke. I'm not sure that's the same one I'm thinking about.
is it part of the new Appleton Pike project?
Yes.
Okay, so
If you go over the train tracks north, the red light before you have to take a right or a left.
So what is done is years back, the city approved a standard light sensor situation, which was a radar signalization. And that radar goes into the control box, which then has specific timing on when it cycles. And I haven't verified, but it should be that radar system. And what they may not like is the time count is set too long. When we took over in this last phase of Appleton Pike, there were a couple of timers that it would indicate and then wait, say 45 seconds before it started the red lights cycle. So we'll have Chris, we haven't taken over the light yet. We'll have Chris go out and verify that it is our standard, because we can do that. And then in a year from now, once it becomes ours, we can look into the timing.
Okay, great. If you could give me an update and I'll pass that along whenever you find out.
Okay.
That's all I have.
I don't have anything tonight.
Any word on the Appleton Pike project when the beams may be arriving?
I've not been told anything. Right now, Wright Brothers seems to be playing it pretty tight to the vest. We get the standard on schedule of next year.
Okay. Well, there was a crew there doing some work on Eastview Terrace today.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's a Wright Brothers crew or another crew, but it was nice to
Yes.
at least see some movement.
Yes, I've noticed over the last couple of weeks, a handful of Wright Brothers trucks at their office. And I've noticed a handful, a smattering of workers on the job. I wouldn't say that they're back, but they are at least coming by a little more routinely now.
Yeah. Good. Well, let us know if you see any big bridge beams driving.
I'm looking for those cranes.
Yeah, that would be nice. Want to thank Mr. McAloon for responding so quickly on some trash that need to be cleaned up on McDonald Road at Blair. You were on it. Thank you very much. Job well done.
Do you have anything?
Oh, do you?
Yeah, well, I'll wait for you, ladies first.
Hi, good afternoon. I was just wanting to find out and refresh my memory, please, concerning the form that had to be filled out or the information that had to be found out about a traffic light for Leland and Udawa-Ringo Road.
So
Did it get filled out and sent in?
I'm still working with the RPA on what that application process is outside of the normal call for projects.
Mhm.
The person I need to speak to was out at a conference. They should be back, so I'll try calling them again in the morning.
Okay, thank you.
So normally RPA has a call for projects, and that's how you get your projects in to get evaluated, et cetera. This is not that. And so finding how to maneuver through the RPA and TDOT process is taking some effort.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Vice Mayor, any?
Yeah, I've got a couple comments. Playground, I heard a lot of good comments on it. I have people asking about the handprints, how we're going to determine who gets those. And of course, there's going to be people who doesn't come pick them up.
Mhm.
I was just wondering, could we do like a shadow box of some of those, maybe on the side of the playground?
I asked about that in the workshop.
I know, but I'm just bringing it back up again.
So,
I'm not saying it has to be all of them, but we know people are not going to pick up all of them.
right. So what we intend to do is take them down, and then we'll do a big social media and website push for people to come claim them. I don't know how we're going to truly verify, since it's not everything, but go on the honor system that if your name is James and it's James, it's you. And then what's left over, sure, at that point, we can
I mean, it hasn't been something fancy, but I thought it might be nice to kind of,
do
Here's the
something, or we can have them traced out and put on poly, something like that. Maybe that's durable, but we'll come up with some ideas to save some of them.
yeah, I think that'd be great.
Or even if you could put some, say like some type of, make a little box and make it kind of like a waterworks, kids put their hands in and play with, some type of manipulative, maybe on the smaller playground or something.
Okay. Can you send me an example of that? I'm not readily placing it.
Okay.
So I know we talked about mowing in the construction zone,
Mhm.
but I've heard a lot of people saying how bad it looks, and it
It's
really
awful.
does.
It's awful.
Can we not get our public works to mow down to the roundabout on Talent Road? It really looks bad, and I know it's not ours yet, but
We're technically not permitted in a construction zone.
okay.
Yeah, we're not permitted to be there.
Well, they need to get this project finished then.
I agree.
Don't get me on my high horse, okay?
I understand, and we'll get the same feedback on that too, that their crew comes once a year. That's all it was budgeted for, et cetera. It's,
Well, if we're willing to do it, I don't see why they would care.
Can we ask them if they will allow?
we
us
will
to do it?
absolutely ask. I'm sure they're going to want some sort of release of liability if we get hurt, which I can work with Sam on.
But we have runs through there, although it hasn't been officially opened yet, like the 5K or 7K run.
The city doesn't,
I know, but
but some of those private individuals do is outside the city. But I'll reach out to them and
Yeah.
see if we can get permission for temporary access to help do the things they're not doing.
so you and I have had this conversation. So I have talked to TDOT about a 5-lane road from Honors Golf Course all the way up to the Bradley bypass.
Mhm.
And you thought it was on the, a project list.
It was up until the choice lanes bill.
So I've talked to TDOT, Kevin at TDOT. I've talked to Todd Lehman on our work,
From the county.
yes, thank you. And also on our planning.
Mhm.
So he said we need to get in front of the RPA, and he was going to either outreach to me or to you. I haven't heard anything. Has he outreached to you?
He is not.
I think we really need to get going on, I know you mentioned the light we need to talk to them about.
Hmm.
But I think we really need to do this because traffic is not getting any better. And me personally, I want to make sure that it won't be in my lifetime probably, that they ever really do something if they do it.
I don't think it'll be in mine, to be real honest with you.
So,
And we definitely know it's not going to be a.
so anyway, I think it needs to be there because traffic, I know they're expanding 75 going towards Bradley.
Mhm.
But sometimes they're so anxious to shut down all the traffic. And the governor has told TDOT, open one lane, whatever you do. And I've seen them drag trailers on their side to get them out of the way so they can open up. So I know they're trying to do things, but even that takes time because they have to investigate, and especially if there's a death or something like that. But I think we need to get that in front of the RPA.
Yeah, so I'll get with Todd and see the exact avenue he's wanting to go. Since it's a state route, typically those projects come from TDOT and then are voted on by RPA. But I'll reach out to Todd and.
We just need to know how to maneuver that because I'd like to at least submit something.
Yeah.
The next one is airport. I know we talked about that in planning or in our workshop. We talked about the 300,000. We talked about funds. I'd like to see us make a motion to put that 300,000 towards the airport. And then as we go over, and I believe we talked about the funds, how much we had, if you take out some of the projects. Don't worry about that 300,000, leave that at the airport, and then move whatever we need to in and out of our funds as we go over. Because we know the $2.8 million parking lot's gonna be in $3 million. Almost.
So
When you're doing all the additional things we have to do to it.
right. I just want to clarify what your suggestion. Are you suggesting that we preemptively move the 300,000 into the airport fund and spend out of that rather than spending out of the general fund?
Whatever we have budgeted today in the funds, we should keep that. But the 300 additional we got from Lee Highway, from property tax or taxes, that's the 300,000 I'm talking about.
Right, but are you suggesting to go ahead and move it to the airport fund to show a balance of 317,000 or so, or just spend it out of the general fund like we typically do?
Well, you tell me how to do that. I'm not sure about the ins and outs, how Michelle would want to see.
It's
that.
easier to just leave it in the general fund and spend it,
Okay.
And we just come to.
I
you
think we
with-
just need to set that aside
Yeah.
as that 300,000 that we found, if you will.
Are you,
Michelle.
are you wanting us to bring a motion on the next agenda for the commission to restrict those funds for airport usage?
Well, can we just make a motion here to do it?
No,
tonight?
you can't because it's not on the agenda.
Right, but we could, if
Thanks,
that's,
Sam.
if that's the consensus of the commission, we could bring a motion to have
I
those
mean, we
funds
had some good
restricted for-
conversation about it. We
Yeah.
definitely understand it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Okay.
And whether they want to see it, they can vote it down or whatever, but I'd like to see it.
No, I would like to, because even in the workshop, we talked about it. That was 300 we weren't counting on anyway. We'd already had the budget and everything. So that they do have it, so that they can move on. We had budget previously, just add this, however you have to do it.
Mhm.
But that money's designated for their use for the airport.
And we
That
know
would- that would be
that, we know
restricted.
that the project that Mr. Jolly's talking about probably will run over. We talked about
Yes.
moving funds around out of that as well, out of the fund balance we have, so.
Do you want to, okay. So what I'll suggest is that at the next commission meeting, staff will bring forward a proposal to restrict the exact number. We'll double check what it
Yeah, I'll
is.
get
It's a
that.
hair under 300.
Yeah.
To restrict for airport usage and let the commission decide if they want to approve that or not.
And we already have the money in.
We had, yes, I don't know that we have all of it. She had said it was going to be 297,000. As of the last time I looked, it was like 278,000 of it. So we have most of it.
We'll come forward with whatever number we've received to date, since it's almost all there. And just for clarity, the money was expected, just not budgeted. That those funds coming from the old Lee Highway go back years to the agreement that for annexing that area, the tax slide over 5 years, et cetera. So it was expected, just not budgeted because we didn't know when we'd get it.
So speaking of that part of Lee Highway or Old Lee Highway, did we ever get the city to give us the roadway? So
Nope,
we don't own the roadway still.
that is correct. I've mentioned it now with 2 different administrations because we also need Meridian Drive that only serves Collegedale and is a public road. And the Burke administration, I'm not sure why they weren't comfortable doing it. They had some concerns. This current administration, it hasn't gotten to a priority for them. But I'll
Somebody else?
their staff. So, but I'll mention it again
Okay,
to do the boundary adjustment.
because both sides of the road's us and it just
Cor-
really.
Correct. And
If there's MVC there, I don't know who works it. I guess Chattanooga would have to work it.
yes. Yes, but if there's a theft or an incident at one of the properties, then
Yeah.
we should work it, but Chattanooga has erroneously shown up, and I've kind of slammed my head up against the wall because for 2 administrations at Chattanooga now, I've asked to take over a maintenance liability from them to be able to fix it, and they've drug their heels on it. So, but I'll reach back out.
All right.
So just for clarification, Chick-fil-A is in the city of Collegedale.
Correct.
What other restaurants or businesses along Lee Highway there or Old Lee would fall into that?
So Cracker Barrels are.
Everything is
Cracker
ours
Barrel
up to,
Yeah,
Zaxby's
all the
are.
way down to Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
to the bridge are all ours.
Roadways.
Just past Cracker
Okay.
Barrel.
But if you notice, the intersection improvement stops. That's the actual boundary for the roadway.
Okay,
Where it's good pavement, it's ours.
Yes,
okay.
yes,
And we kind of had to wheel and deal to get Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
yes. I'm still
Mayor, I
thinking
have
about
one thing I'd like to say.
Okay.
At the TML conference, I'd like to just give our 2 sister cities recognition, because East Ridge was honored for economic development and Red Bank was honored for strategic planning. And it was a real nice presentation that they did at the breakfast, honors breakfast that morning for those 2 cities, and I want to congratulate them. That's all.
Okay. Any other comments from the commission?
I think also, just one thing, because Katie won't brag on herself, but Katie was recognized too for the service. She's retired. But she was recognized with high honors for her contributions over the years to the state of Tennessee, and is very nice. Very,
Congratulations.
I mean, hard shoes to fill, whoever takes her place.
It was a total surprise. I had no idea that the women in municipal government was going to do that.
Good.
I have a nice wind chime hanging on my patio now.
Well,
So it
congratulations.
looks like in the parking lot, they got two big excavators there.
Mhm.
That mean they're fixing to start?
Yes, they're going to start clearing and grubbing hopefully this week if weather permits. Tomorrow? Okay, so tomorrow.
Good. That's very good news.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else from the commission? Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So move.
Second.
Motion for adjournment, second, roll call, please.
Commissioner Baker?
Yay.
Commissioner Land?
Yay.
Commissioner Sadler?
Yay.
Vice Mayor Johnson?
Yay.
Mayor Lloyd?
Yay. And we are adjourned.
Yeah, yeah.